Hello everybody, today I'm here with you and today we are going to do chapter 1, What, Where, How and When from book Our Past. So now let's continue. List one major difference between manuscripts and inscriptions. Now, what are manuscripts and what are inscriptions? One major difference between manuscripts and inscriptions are manuscripts. They are handwritten records of the past that are usually written on palm leaves or bark of trees. Inscriptions. These are writings engraved on a hard surface like stone or metal. Make a list of all the objects that archaeologists may find. Which of these could be made of stone? List of all objects that archaeologists may find are as follows. So in this, we are going to find the objects that the archaeologists may have. So remains of buildings, when because of thunder, cyclone, because of flood, the buildings may fall off, and in that building there would be some proofs, there would be some paintings, there would be some scripture that may help to find out more about past. Now paintings, what are paintings? We draw, we color, we make. So we analyze. So with that painting, what we make? We make an apple, we make orange, we make a scenery, we make a person, we make a character. So that we get information. See, what is that? What is that? It's an apple, it's an orange, it's a scenery of mountains, it's a scenery of desert. Sculpture. Sculpture is also like a painting. Now tools. Tools when what comes? A stone-made tool like screwdriver. You know what? There were some tools like in this inscriptions, how do they engrave on stone? With the sharp tools they make. Weapon is just like it's just like weapon is a thing that protects us. Means when the war is there, it takes swords, it takes bow and arrow. But those are only called weapons. Now pots. What are pots? Pots are a container basically made of soil, right? Made of clay. So pans. What are pans? Right? So ornaments. What are ornaments? Ornaments are new pictures. Okay. Bones of animals and coins. Bones of animals is the in part means the skeleton system of animals. Coins. The old coins are found. The object that could be made up of stones are remains of buildings, sculptures, tools, weapons, and ornaments. Now, why do you think ordinary men and women did not generally keep records of what they did? Now, ordinary men and women did not generally keep records of what they did, as they lead a very simple lifestyle and did not consider it of such importance that it had to be recorded. Moreover, they did not know how to read and write. Only the kings used to maintain records of the victories, people, and vision. Such records were maintained by hiring special scribes who recorded all important events by writing them down. Kings also employed highly skilled craftsmen who maintained records by inscribing them on stones. Such costly efforts causes not to be afforded by ordinary people. Now, what 6? that ordinary men and women, why don't they keep the records? Means the women and men, they generally keep their record, that what they do today, what they do tomorrow, what they say, what they get. They keep reports. But why did ordinary? So in this we had said that the ordinary people are just living a simple lifestyle, and did not consider such important. They did not consider that much as they do not consider that much of importance in from anybody. So now moreover they did not know how to read and write also. Means the uneducated, they only know how to see. Okay. So what they do means, in all those times, only kings were allowed to record the victories, people, and nation. Means if a king had win a war, many wars happened that time. So if they win a war and they write the victory, they know the victory, so that people know that the war was happened at that time, that particular time. So that's why the king and queens, they all they all recorded their victories, the people and region. Means how type of region they worked in and how type the people were there. Now such records were maintained by hiring special scribes who recorded all important events. Now for that thing, to just note out all these events, important events, they have a special scribes. Scribe means yes. So the emperor's servant, you can say, means a king servant. So that's known. And events were written down there. Okay. Now, kings also employed high-skilled craftsmen who maintained records by inscribing them on stones. So that's stones, writing on stones, that inscriptions, right? So they inscribe, right? They write on the stone, and that the kings were taking employees or that work, right? Now, yes. So, moreover, yeah. Okay. Yes. So, the craftsmen and all, the most costly, and that would not be afforded by these people, right? Now describe at least two ways in which you think the lives of the kings would have been different from those of farmers. Now, what are the kings and what are farmers? Kings are the one who are richer than farmers. I'm not saying that farmers are not rich, but more richer than farmers are only kings. So the kings rule, right? Farmers rule their farm. Means they take care of the farms, and they take care of the fields, right? So kings would have been different from the farmers in many and many ways. So life of kings, so sorry, could have been different. Yes, different from those of farmers, right? So we are going to write two ways at least. Yeah. First is king was the head and had absolute power all over subjects. Farmer, on the other hand, lead an ordinary life without having any of such powers. So, king have power, right? So, the king was the head. Okay? King was the head and had absolute power. Means he have that much of power to rule over all his subjects. All his subjects means like or janta we say now, that he can rule upon his all janta and all. And besides, farmer on the other hand, farmers, right, lead an ordinary, means they do not have any power. They cannot rule over something except the fields and all the farms. So they just live an ordinary life without of any power and without having any power to rule and to yes. Without having any power, farmers live the ordinary lives, and with the much of power, the kings were living the special lives, right? And say that, so yes. So this was the first point, right? Now the second point, let's go on that. Yes, kings lived in places while the farmers lived in huts. So this is the biggest difference, right? The kings was special. That's why they were they were allowed. They were allowed uh, by the government. No, actually the king was only the government, right? So they the kings lived in places means mahal, right? While the farmers lived in huts, right? Huts is made of jhani and all, but the palaces were made of gold and they were made of bricks, right? So now let's go to the second one. That's the moment, and we'll go. Okay, so there is a third point also. Although I talked about the 2 points, but yes, we will just do this. Okay, so now let's move on. Yes. King fought battles to protect his kingdom and people from enemies, whereas the farmers produced food for the kings and other people of the kingdoms. So over here, now there is nothing but difference, but the difference is of the thing they do. They both of them, they just do the same work. They do the thing. I mean, yeah. So they do the same work. They protect their kingdom, but in different ways. How? So the king fought battles, right, to protect the kingdom, right? But uh, and people means kingdom is yeah, and people from enemies. Enemies are our opposite, means the one who do not like us, right? Enemies are mainly dushman. Enemies were as the farmers. Farmers, what they do? They grow crops, they grow uh, fields, they grow, and they farmers produce food, right? And without food, there is no energy, and we cannot live without food. So if farmers do not grow food, no one can exist on the earth for that much, right? So this is third and the last point, right? So that's for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hope you enjoyed. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Thank you. Bye bye. It was fun. Please write your how do you like this in comments. History chapter 1, what, will, how, and when. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. See you next time.